Arigato.
She just came by for some air sometimes. It's free here with other bike shops. Sometimes it's 100 yen or something. So he keeps reminding people to pump up their tires. So,
So it's easier to ride.
空気ないとね、乗りにくいからパンクもしやすい。
Well, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me. And so I'm Alison Sant. I'm an urbanist, and I'm the author of this book, From the Ground Up. The book really explores community-led efforts in the United States to make cities more resilient and more livable. And I'm really grateful for this invitation to speak with all of you today as you're in your own community-led efforts. And I want to also introduce my son, Ben, who is at the back, and he's traveling with me, and he's making a short film about Tokyo while we're here.
My name is Megumi and I live in Tokyo, and I started cycling probably when I was in 3rd grade or even before. Like, we would practice cycling like 3 or 4 years old because it's part of our culture. My mom had mamachari, which is like a mommy's bicycle with a child seat in the back and child seat in the front, because I have 2 younger sisters, and so she has to bring all of us to the kindergarten. And back then, in the 80s, we didn't have like electric bikes, so she would have a normal bike and then us 3 on the back.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, 1 on her back. So.
Oh my gosh.
I see a lot of moms cycling around because that's the main means of transportation when it comes to bringing the child to kindergartens or daycares or do grocery shopping. So you see a lot of moms, or even like going to the park, you have to carry a lot of stuff. It's really difficult to own a car because in order to purchase a car, you have to have a parking space. And maintenance is expensive, insurance is expensive, and car itself is expensive. So I never owned a car in Tokyo. I don't even have a driver's license. So it's, I think how the city is laid out, and also the car culture versus like bicycle culture. And it is kind of like, it's just custom. I don't know. I think it's custom. It's just we didn't really think of it, anything of it.
メッセンジャーになって、それでスポーツバイクの存在を知って、でそこからずっと乗ってます。最初は本当に地図を見ながら走ってたけど、本当にだんだん体が覚えていって、であと自分がいたメッセンジャー会社は本当にすごいクイックなデリバリーの商品があって、でもうピックアップしてもうデリバリーするの全部一人でやって、すごいリミットがすごいタイトだったから、そういうのを何件も持ったりして、でその考えてる時間は与えられなかったので、もう体で反応していく。だから考え込まずに済むというか、だからなんだろうな、それまでは美術大学とかで結構考えちゃったりとかしてたんだけど、そうじゃない、なんていうんだろうな、 もっとフィジカルな体験がすごいできて、それですごく人生変わったっていうか、本当に外にいて、四季もすごい感じるし、天気もすごい感じるし、それは建物の中にいたら分かんないことだったから、そう東京でもその農民のように生活できるというか、それがすごく良かったです。
So all these kids they're walking home by themselves.
Yeah, and some kids are using train or buses. Not like America. It's safe.
My name is Midori, and I'm doing a lot of things, and I'm a mom of 3 kids. When I was little, I'm grown up in countryside, and everybody have a bike, and I always ride bike to everywhere. But after I moved to Tokyo, I start riding bike after I have kids. Because Tokyo as the walking road is really narrow, so it's really hassle to pushing stroller to walk. So I started to ride a bike with kids. I use like car, so when I go to grocery store, I always ride bike, and but the like sports type bike doesn't have any like the basket. So if you have kids, bike is the best. So that's why most of mom are using mamachari, and then they still using because it's much more easier and comfortable to go everywhere. Bike is, for me, is freedom.
Okay, my name is Kosuke Miyata. I'm a Tokyo local. I was born and raised here in in the same semi-suburbs, and I'm into cycling and I don't know. I feel at home here. I would say mamacharis are a straight descendant of those, like universal utility bikes for women. You can hop on it on your regular clothes, and it's just so helpful for busy women, right? With so many household and daily tasks. Throughout Japan, 55% of people cycling are women. But the thing is, you have to think about how free these women are when cycling, because this OECD comparison says that women in Japan are burdened with about 4.5 times more household tasks, unpaid labor, like shopping, like housework, taking your kid to school and back, and things like that. 4.5 times more than men, and that's reflected in cycling too. So each local spot has this very small radius around it, and just in front of our station is one of the major supermarkets, and there are several convenience stores, other local businesses. So everything is within walking or cycling distance.
Right.
So the combination of the dense local train network and dense neighborhoods surrounding them is the key, I think, to cycling.
Right.
Bike parking is something I can be really proud of when it comes to cycling in Japan. Although the mentality, the mindset behind it is usually oftentimes that bikes are the problem, because people park bikes everywhere. But anyway, the demand is taken care for in one way or another.
The transportation system and the public transport is really good here, and I was very curious actually to know how these are connected to each other. So what are the actually role of these e-bikes to the stations, whether they are playing its role as a first mile and the last mile or not. And it was interesting to see some of the facts that these are actually playing its role in the first and last mile, and these are improving the access to the train stations, and many people are using it. And I was wondering, no people are using it, but in my research I found that people are using it, and a different age group.
Cycling emerged a bit later in Japan than in most Western countries, especially in Western Europe. But contrary to Europe, where cycling pretty much collapsed in the 50s and 60s, even in nowadays bicycle-friendly countries such as Denmark or Netherlands, it collapsed there. But here, it survived somehow. Despite a lack of infrastructure, despite a lack of bicycle-friendly policies, bicycle survived here, and about 13% of people commuting, going to school, going to university, use a bicycle because it just makes sense.
The overall environment isn't really designed for cycling, but outside of the intentional design, the actual living environment is very cycling friendly. But we are still struggling to actually design for cycling. We haven't got to that stage yet. People are fed up with not being able to cycle safely on major streets, but still you can manage to ride on and there's millions of alleys and pathways that only locals know. It's frustrating, but still works, at least has worked.
There are clearly really big highways and boulevards and things, and they exist. But for most of the city, it was built up over time. It was not something that was planned. It was just we kind of built here, we kind of built there, and there was that little narrow path between the different rice paddies, and that became a road. And it was never really built up to be a car-friendly road until after World War II. And so a lot of those roads still exist, and they're definitely not big enough to fit giant trucks down it, or even emergency vehicles for that matter. But a bicycle will fit down that tiny narrow street. And having all of these little narrow back streets actually creates this whole bike network that isn't officially a bike network, but it is so safe that you're able to use it as a bicycle infrastructure. When America was here during Reconstruction, there was a lot of plans that were laid by the Americans to build out its car infrastructure, to make Tokyo more car friendly. And so there are still even roads that are being constructed now that were planned in the 1950s. And Tokyo is just like, well, that's been in the works for a long time. We have to make that road there. And they'll rip up part of the city to build that road because that was the master plan. And they're just making it work. What we do at the Cycling Embassy is we try to show examples that are out there in the rest of the world about really good bicycle infrastructure. So say, for instance, those really big streets that are very dangerous to be cycling along. We just want decent protected bike lanes on those specific lanes. We don't need them here in the back streets. It is actually really safe here. We just need it on major thoroughfares. And another thing that we absolutely would like is connected networks. And so if you are going to implement these amazing bike lanes, they have to continue through intersections, through different areas to meet up with another amazing bicycle network.
So this is a book I co-authored and edited from the world how to design or build a cycling city. And it's about street design and policy design to increase cycling and walking. It's a book called Designing to Boost Mobility Shift. Japanese streets are kind of calm and peaceful, but could be much calmer and safer. What we need is actually designing for active transportation. I feel kind of envious about U.S. cities. Although the numbers you started with, the cycle mall share was pretty small, but yeah, you're on the uphill, but we're not. So we have this gem of active transportation. We've had this, but we're gradually losing it, which is really, really sad. Yeah.
So what is this?
So tonight we are doing what we do every third Saturday of the month, which is called night pedal cruising, and we just get together with a whole bunch of cyclists from Tokyo, and we go out and do different themes every month.
It's just a social ride, like you ride maybe like 15k, maximum 20k, like it's like 15k was at 10 miles or so, just shy of 10 miles, and at a very relaxed speed.
It's such a great people with all different ages and the nationality, and just we all enjoying the bicycle and also enjoying the Tokyo. It's such a great city. So if you have time to join us, then just why not to join us and explore Tokyo. I can feel there's lots of like a blue halo for the bicycle, and it's getting more and more now. So maybe in 10 years time, maybe, or 5 years time, should become more different than from now.
Having these kind of social rides like we're doing tonight with night pedal cruising, it's actually a good way to advocate for safer cycling.
I'm Yosuke Honma. I live in the neighborhood in Nishi-Ogikubo and Suginami in Tokyo. I have been lived here for 6 years. So when I just start living here, I came to I found a lot of good attractive point here, and I come to love this neighborhood. This is the headquarters of our community activity. Actually, in this neighborhood, there is a municipality plan to widening the road near here, and also the street is also included in that plan. So actually this facility, including cafe and studio, this place was built and designed to protest and resist to widening the road. So this is kind of the symbol of our activity. That plan was proposed about over 70 years ago, so 1950s. So that was originally planned at that time. So it's completely different situation from the today. So there were at that time future car demand and population growth, but even this time, even now, we have a shrinking population, and also there are no car demand here. So but the plan is still alive, like a zombie. So yeah, it doesn't match to what we are, what this place is like. That most of the people in our group says that there are no reasons to widening the road, and then just but there are lots of places to be improved in our neighborhood. We think we can make this road more human-centered way, like restricting car more and make a room for the pedestrian and also the cyclist. So yeah, that we can find that kind of other alternative possibilities.
私の自転車にはいつでも上りがさせられるように筒がついているんですね。なのでもう私としてはもう必須アイテムというか、自転車は移動だけではなくてもう本当に活動の仲間なんです。で、私も実は高校卒業の時に
でもう一つ私の友達が東京都のもうちょっと遠いところに住んでるんですけど、コロナの時にみんな移動で電車に乗るのがちょっと躊躇した時に自転車で1時間半かけて板橋区っていうところがあるんですけど、そこまで自転車で行ってみました。すごい楽しかった。
前はなんていうんですか、家の周りに、店がいっぱいあったんですね。魚屋もあったし、八百屋もあったし、タバコ屋もあったんです。でそれがこの20年ぐらい前から店が全部閉めちゃったんですね。閉めたんで、自転車で西尾育部の店に通って、それで、だんだん年取ってくると自転車危ないもんですから、自動車はもう破棄しました。それで今自転車を破棄しようかどうか迷ってるところです。
I hope everything changes, because right now there is only car road or walking road, and the walking road is really tiny, and there is some road have a biking road, but usually some car parking or something, and it doesn't work well, the biking road. So yeah, I really wish they change the rule about the bike road. I wish everybody use bike.
In Japan, what's really interesting is that if you're using a bicycle, it's not stigmatized like it is in the States. If you're rich, if you're poor, if you're young, if you're old, everybody can use a bike. And it is this kind of equalizing factor that we have here in Tokyo. And it's a really nice thing to be able to see everybody on their bikes, no matter what kind of social demographic they come from.
ママチャリとか、スポーツバイクとかいろんなの自転車の中にあるんだけど、その自転車化にもすごい多様性が欲しいし、それがこう分け隔てなく一緒の空間に入れるような社会になればいいなって。
The local municipalities encouraging people to get involved and give feedbacks, and then local businesses are actually giving feedbacks and they're actually listening. So it is sometimes it's grassroots and sometimes from top down, but it's actually happening. So I'm quite happy about that.
I think one of the most important elements is to hand the culture down generations. So, if you learn to cycle, say at 5, and stop cycling like to school or to town like at 10, the culture sort of stops there. But here, cycling just continues throughout your life, and you don't think about cycling, but just do it.
My hopes is that we can find our original Tokyo style way of designing the neighborhood, not just copy and paste in other cities, but by finding the original way by ourselves. So from the research to the design and the dialogue, we can find our own way to make this city more livable.
夜が明けたら一番早い汽車に乗るから、夜が明けたら一番早い汽車に乗るのよ。夜が明けたら、夜が明けたら、夜が明けたら一番早い汽車に乗るから、を用意してちょうだい。私のために一枚でいいからさ。今夜でこの街とはさよならね。割といい街だったけどね。夜が明けたら一番早い汽車に乗って、いつか噂に聞いた